bears, one cave.
I feel bummed that I didn't. I had so many good ideas in my life that I never followed through with.
Yeah.
How many? What do you think the best idea you've ever had is?
Fuck. I don't know, man. It doesn't even.
Isn't it crazy that you had an idea about trying stand up and you followed through with it, and then you're here?
Yeah, that's true.
Isn't that bizarre?
Yeah,
that was just an idea.
That's true.
And there are people watching this going, I always wanted to try stand up.
Yep.
And if you don't do it, then you don't do it.
Yeah. I remember lying to the lady.
Wait, tell me about the first time you did stand up.
Well, what happened was I was at the Groundlings, and there was comics in my class, right? And I still remember Sam Tripoli was in my class.
Really?
And he was like, you should try stand up. You'd like stand up, dude. And then I was like, I followed him around one time to see it. I didn't know how it worked. I was like, how do you
Just
do
went
it?
to clubs with him?
Yeah. I watched
Really?
him do spots, like 3 spots. Then there's another guy named Nick Wegner, and he's a writer now still. He writes on like shows and stuff all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And he did stand up. And he was like, here, come with me. So I followed him.
Picture of him. I want to see if I know him.
Nick Wegner? Yeah, it's NICWEGNER, I think is how you spell it. Let's see. Yeah, that's him. So he was in my class.
He's got a podcast on Earwolf.
There you go. Nick's good dude, funny guy.
Great head of hair.
So, God, he does have great hair. So he walked me into this club, the Cat Club on Sunset, and there was a lady booking the show named Kathy, and she was like, "Oh, hey Nick, blah blah blah," because I was going to watch him do a spot.
Yeah,
and then he goes, "This is Tom. He's a comic," and she just was like looking at something, and she goes, "Oh, do you want to do the show like April 23rd, like that?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Okay, you're booked." And then because he was just like, "Yeah, he's a comic."
yeah.
And then she just went to talking, and then he was like, "You got a spot." And that was
So that was your first open mic?
So it was like 3 weeks later, and it was at the Good Bar, which is no longer around, on Sunset.
I don't remember that place.
That was the first one. And I told you how I first went on stage, right? So there was I didn't know, I was like super nervous, obviously. And there was the lineup, which looked like this. It was just names. And they were like, "You're 6." I was like, all right. And I actually I drank a beer. And I was like, fuck, I might need another beer in a second. And the host was up there, and she just goes, all right, and our first comic, Tom Segura. And I was like, I thought it was 6. And I walk up, and I go, I thought it was 6. And she looks down, and she's like, oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So I was supposed to be 6, and I went first.
And how'd you do?
I mean, I'm sure I have it on tape. I have it. Yeah.
And we will be playing that April 5th on our live show where Nadav weighs in for $1 million.
Yeah.
You have it on tape?
Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's how stupid I am. This is hilarious. It went well enough. Like, I don't know that it was terrible. I'm sure it's terrible stand-up. Yeah. But I got like a couple laughs. Here's how stupid I am. I invited people to come to it and didn't tell them it was my first time. So when they were like, what are you doing? Like, someone was like, what are you doing Saturday? I was like, I'm doing stand-up. And they went, you're a stand-up? And I, instead of going like, well, I'm trying it for the first time, I was like, yeah, I do stand-up.
That's such a Bert thing.
Yeah. And
That's
then like,
so not you.
I know. And like 8 of them came.
Really?
Like this group, yeah, because there were other like improv, and they were like, oh, like, I don't remember what they thought. They must have been like, God, he's terrible. But I was like, yeah, I do stand-up. And they're like, oh, it's fun to watch you do stand-up.
So how soon from that moment did I meet you?
So that was April of 2002.
Very quickly.
And I met you
2003
or 4.
2000.
Wait, when was Georgia born?
2004.
I remember seeing Georgia as a baby in the green room at Brea.
Yeah.
So that's probably when
I met you before. No, I met you before then.
So I met you probably 03. I met you like a year after.
I met you 03. You met me when I was still dating Leanne.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bert and Tom, Tom and Bert, One goes topless while the other wears a shirt. Tom tells stories and Bert's the machine. There's not a chance in hell that they'll keep it clean. Here's what we call Two Bears, One Cave.